Welcome to another episode of FilmSpeak. I'm your host, Bill. Maniacal laugh, maniacal laugh. And I'm Lana. Joanna couldn't be here today because she's super awesome.
Here we are, ready for another Film Speak, cramming our love of film down your throat.
We are the knights who say, "Nee, bring us a shrubbery."
What?
My name is Tim, but there are some who call me Tim.
You're going to be like this the entire episode, aren't you?
Maybe.
Kill me now, please. Please welcome our guests today, Mark Stacy White and Brian Cruzy. We will be sitting down and talking about what they have been up to, and then break down Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
You don't frighten us, you English pig dogs. Go and boil your bottoms, you sons of a silly person. I blow my nose at you, you so-called Arthur King. You and your silly English kniggets.
Stop it, or I will hurt you.
Sure. Now we get to see the violence inherent in the system. Ow! See you at the table.
Here you go, sweetie.
Thank you, Lori. What would I do without you?
You'd get your beer from someone else. Are you hungry, Ray?
Yeah, I should probably do something instead of with liquid lunch.
Well, there's sloppy joes in the candy colors.
Sounds good. I'd love some.
Well, I'm a bartender, not a waitress. You gotta get it yourself.
Yeah. You want some, Steve?
Sure, why not? If you're going.
Need another one, sweetie?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need something to wash down the sloppy joes.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna grab some stock. You guys good?
Excellent.
I'm good.
These taste better than what they look like.
That's pretty good. So, are you gonna do the dart league this year?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
Grab a seat, sweetie. What you having?
I have a shot of bourbon, coconut, tall glass.
Grab it. I'll plate it too.
Had to be that seat, huh?
We should get you some, man. It's good. And it's free.
A lot of free things in this world.
Doesn't mean they're good.
Get where you pay.
Haven't seen you here before. It's alright. It's always nice to have another early patron. Need another shot, sweetie?
Not just yet. But I'm afraid I won't be a regular. I'm just passing through. Vacation.
Christ, you came to the snake hole for a vacation?
Well, I made a promise to my son.
For what? Is it the crappiest part you could possibly find? No offense, Lori.
I apologize for this rude ass. What's your son's name?
He died a couple of years ago. Shot himself right in front of me with my own gun.
Oh my god.
It's okay, you didn't know.
I'm so sorry.
You didn't know. You didn't know.
Damn. Damn. Jesus.
Tim, that was his name. He was molested by some guy named George when we lived in Cedar Rapids. He blamed me for not protecting him. I never knew. Sorry to be the downer here.
No, dude, you're fine.
Anyway, I tried to find this George fellow. And the only one I could find was a teacher at his school. I watched him for a while. He seemed a bit off, you know. Kind of funny. Can I get another shot?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Sorry.
So, was it him?
No. Not at all. Turns out he was a pretty good guy. Homosexual, hiding it only because he loved teaching. Shame people have to hide their lives from other people. Ignorance. Beware of hunting monsters, or you become one yourself. All the things I did to that young man.
What you need, sweetie?
I get a tequila. Double.
I'll take one more shot of bourbon. Then I will have to get motivating.
Shame you gotta leave so soon.
Yeah, it's a shame. To my son, Tim.
Tim.
How much do I owe you for the shots? Tell you what, you just get everybody's.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Sure, kind of it.
No problem.
Oh. So what happened? What'd you find out?
This kid, friends with my son, he was also molested by this creep. Crappy shit happens in this world. But I can't tell you one thing. His name definitely was not George.
You've been looking for the wrong guy the whole time? Oh, man. Damn.
Kid was all messed up. Strung out on heroin. Shame to see a young life just get thrown away like that. Gave the kid $100. wished him well, but you know, there's not a lot you can do for somebody like that when their lives are messed up by some monster. You just can't think about what he does to other people's lives.
Is that why you came here on vacation?
That is exactly why I came here on vacation.
That's really trippy stuff, man. Sorry. Hey, I gotta use it. I'll be back.
Look, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I think you do, Steve. In fact, I know you do.
You know, it's been fun. I think it's time for me to go.
You're gonna sit right there. Not an easy man to find, Steve. I've been looking for you for a long, long time.
Whatever you think.
I think you ain't talking your way out of this. Oh, now you're sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're sorry,
I'm sorry.
I caught up with you. I saw you this morning in front of that school. I watched you last night cruising the malls.
I'm sick, okay?
You consider me the cure.
Welcome back to Film Speak. We're sitting here around the table talking with Brian Cruz and Mark Stacy White about what they've got coming up.
Cruzy.
Cruzy.
Bill and names.
Bill and names. I think
What's your name?
That is a standard. What's my name? What's my name? Yeah, that if you have a name, I'll probably mispronounce it, unless it's John Smith. But even then, I will probably still jack it up. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you, and thanks for having us on here.
Oh, yeah, absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
And call me Bill, by the way.
Call you Bill. You know, that way I can't screw that up. This is Lib. This is Brian and Mark. Thank you guys for coming on. I guess we'll start with you, since it's been the longest since we've seen you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. And let me point out that in the early days of Burn Mill, that these two gentlemen were in one of our first short films, the first take on the early patrons.
Yeah.
And I just thank you guys very much for helping me get that off the ground. It's actually...
yeah, and wanted to thank you for replacing us with other actors and remaking it, so that's awesome. So,
welcome to Hollywood.
As long as you get what you want, that's fine, Bill.
Well,
It's all about Bill. Didn't you know that?
a lot of people might not realize that a lot of the direction we took and the people that I've met and everything, it all started with meeting you. Because meeting you, you were able to introduce me to Lana, who introduced me to Joanna. And I owe you quite a bit, and I am so glad that you are on the show.
Well, let's steak dinner or something like that. That's fine. I'm pretty easy, so hey. No, I mean, that's the...
I brought knee pads. I can work this off. Don't worry.
Well,
Help me.
it was going a little bit different, but however.
So
yeah.
anyway, back to what have you been working
What have you been
on
up to lately?
Mark?
I've been hanging out with this guy. The biggest thing is his Superman fan film, Year One, which I get to portray Lex Luthor.
Are you shaving your head?
I offered to,
Okay.
but then he said it might take, I was thinking like a 1-day shoot, 2-day shoot, something like that. No problem. I'll do it. But then he said, it might be a little bit longer than that. And I said, how about a bald cap?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be doing that. But I have no problem shaving my head, as I told you.
Well, we'll shave it in his sleep when he's.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do it the right way.
Yeah. But other than that, I know there's a film recently I was in, a little short Christian film called Foster Home, and there's a trailer up on it. I made it another trailer, so that's kind of cool. And the biggest thing going on besides all of that is the Noah Hoon story that I'm doing for Shannon Hoon's mother of Blind Melon.
Oh, that is awesome.
So yeah, it's they have a vigil every year, and it's coming up on the 20th anniversary, and I just think it's a wonderful story to tell, and no one has yet. People have tried, but they haven't yet. So
Nobody's done it right yet.
we're going to make it happen. You'll be there. You don't know it yet, but
But hey, if you need me, consider me a card in your pocket to play.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, you said, talking about the Superman Year One, I know this has been a long passion project for you that you have been working on.
Yes, about 4 years.
Wow.
Been writing and writing and writing into a corner. Finally just finished the script about a month ago and got everybody on board. We're like about 3 weeks away from starting.
Wow. See that? I mean, I know that I have a cameo to help out with and stuff, which I'm looking forward to doing.
Very much
And,
looking forward to seeing this, actually.
Yeah. Well,
I have the feeling you'll kill it.
Well, from I've seen the pictures and some of the test footage you've done and everything, and I think it just looks amazing.
Well, that's the thing about all that is that I had no camera guy, no crew, no nothing. Just did it all by myself and managed to get some crazy angles in it that kind of, Superman turning through the air and all kinds of stuff. And it made me realize, like, I could kind of pull this off if I actually had a couple people running the thing, like more than one person.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it hell, see if it works,
That's a bit, when you believe in something, you got to follow your heart, because if you don't, it's just going to itch at the back of your head that, I want to do this, I'm not doing it, why am I not doing it?
Yeah, it was like one of those things, like, I got over it because they started making a real movie, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll never play Superman, no big deal. Yeah. And I started thinking about it, I'm like, well, why? Like, I have an idea, if I can get some people together and they want to do it, let's see what we can do. So the whole point of it is to show that you can make something really cool and exciting and adventurous and epic for next to nothing.
Yeah.
And just use talent and
imagination.
Yeah, and let the rest just kind of go from there. And then, you throw a name like Superman into the mix, a lot of people are going to see it regardless. It doesn't matter who's in it. And that's the best thing about it, I think, is that other than this guy, he's kind of like the bigwig on the thing because he's the only one that's ever really done anything huge.
Yeah.
It kind of, he likes that too. He likes it when I talk him up.
No.
But it makes me feel like the focus is going to be simply on what we pull off. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's not so much like, oh, it's George Clooney in this, or it's Ben Affleck or something. It's like, no, it's just a couple of guys and a couple of people dedicated to something, and what can they do? And wow, you know, what can they do with money after that, you know?
Well, you know, going, I guess, more towards the low budget aspect, you know, having to do a little DIY. Do you do a throwback to like the old serials and the George Reeves and everything?
It's kind of weird. Like, we're not going to use wires or anything. We're not going to be harnessed up and anything. It's all green screen, and it's a lot of just camera movements and stuff. And it's kind of weird because like we'll be able to do certain things that'll throw back to that kind of thing. I wanted that kind of feel of like the girl on the railroad tracks, you know, and he rushes in and unties her. That kind of like, you know,
the classic stuff.
Yeah. The cliffhangers are what inspired it originally, and then just kind of studying up over the years, looking at different things and like how different people have interpreted it. You get like a real sense of like, there's a certain way you can go about doing it that just kind of like builds and builds, and you get like that sort of Saturday morning cartoon feel. And that's what I'm going for, is a live action Saturday morning cartoon.
So why Superman? Is this someone you've always wanted to portray in a film?
Well, yeah. I mean, I love the character. I love the idea of somebody being incorruptible like that, and kind of what that represents. Nobody on Earth is that good, you know? So if there was somebody that good, how would that influence other people? How would they react? How would their lives change because of somebody like that? You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, if you're down in the dumps and then like a preacher comes to you one day and, you know, gives you some kind of sermon and it changes your life, and you go to church after that and your life's different or something. Superman, to me, is that kind of person who, when he drops into your life, it's different afterwards. Whether you just had a near-death experience and the rest of your life is going to be based on, wow, I could be dead if it wasn't for this person. I got to do something with my life now or whatever. But you're affected by that. And I like the idea of somebody walking around in the world doing that for people. You know, it's, I don't know.
You got me, but who's got you?
Yeah.
and the Pope year one just didn't work good.
Yeah, we tried the
Didn't have a
Pope.
good ring to it.
And we were going to do Super Jesus, but I cut my hair and shaved the beard, and it was like...
So Mark,
Yes.
are you excited to play a villain?
Oh, absolutely.
Is this something you've done before? Have you ever played the villain before?
Well, I've done a lot of role playing, but other than that, no. As far as a dark villain, no. And you know, I have to say, you know, my Superman, Lex Luthor, is a combination, mostly from the original Superman, who the man there. But you also have it mixed with the newer Superman.
Yeah. When we were putting it together, I kind of like told him, I always had him in mind for it. Like, I don't know, just he's got an affinity for Gene Hackman that really strikes a chord with me. So I told him when we started putting it together that I would like to get kind of like a Gene Hackman, Kevin Spacey mix with a little bit of Jack Nicholson in there, and then, you know, obviously Mark's personality to kind of come out in it too.
He just wants to see me bald.
Kevin Spacey was the only part that I liked in the Bryan Singer Superman.
Yeah.
He was, I thought, the only part that just really nailed it for me. Because for me, my favorite Superman is Superman 2.
Yes.
Terrence Stamp as General Zod.
Yes.
It just doesn't get any better for me for that. And like Superman losing his powers, and he gets them back, and he goes back to the diner and whips that guy's butt, and throws him into the pinball, and he's all like, "I've been working out."
Pays for the damages at the end.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's my favorite Superman.
See, I'm a fan of Superman 3.
Oh.
Not because of Richard Pryor. I mean, obviously it was just ludicrous, but however, you know, the whole, you know,
Evil Superman.
yeah, the whole, you know, flipping the peanuts and stuff, and it was just nice seeing that.
I love that scene with them in the junkyard fighting too.
You know, Superman 3 was okay, but they really shouldn't have made 4.
You know what? This is sad, or it might be actually kind of cool. I've never seen Superman 4.
Well, you don't
Skipped
have.
it.
Yeah, I would. I would rather watch.
It's largely unwatchable.
Yeah, Nickelodeon cartoons that I can't stand than rather watch 4 again.
Well, you know, there's a funny story behind Superman 4 is that originally they were trying to get Richard Donner to come back. That was like his comeback to the Superman franchise. Christopher Reeve wrote that story kind of to slay a personal demon inside of him, kind of like wanting to do good for the world. That was the whole quest for peace thing. It just kind of backfired because you have that really real world scenario of something like nuclear war. It's kind of like Superman versus the Nazis. You can't have Superman fighting the Nazis during World War II because if he defeats Hitler, Hitler's still out there killing people. You know what I mean? And so that kind of stuff doesn't work.
I think Superman 4 suffered from also the same problem that Star Trek 5 did. Was it came out during the writer's strike there in the late 80s, and Paramount and a lot of movie houses were refusing to put a lot of investment in films because of the issues they were having with the writer's strike and the actor's strike at the time period. So a lot of big budget films, which should have been great big budget films, just got crapified.
Right.
Which happens.
Crapified.
Like
Crapified.
That's an actual word in my dictionary somewhere.
And now it's forever. Crapified. You know, hear someone say that and you'll be like, I came up with that. No, you didn't.
Well, really quick, for your projects coming up and everything, where can people be able to find out more information about you and more information about projects that you're involved in?
It's always my website, which is markstacywhite.net. There's links there to pretty much everything, anything you want to find. Also on Facebook, Mark Stacey White, official Mark Stacey White, and I think that's all of them I got there. But there's also for the Nelhoon, it's actually called Vigil, the Nelhoon story, and it's on Facebook. It's under Vigil 20. So,
Vigil 20.
And there's a little teaser trailer on there too I made. So.
Oh, sweet! Yeah, so yeah, please check that out. I think that sounds like it's another passion project because I know how much affinity that you carry for Blind Melon and how they resonate with you. And for your Superman project, that can also be found on Facebook.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page for the movie. It's facebook.com/year1Superman, basically. The movie itself should be out on December 27th on YouTube, free for everybody. So. And then after that, I've got a whole bunch of projects coming out that I'm working on this year that haven't come out yet. But
that's part of the course for being a filmmaker. Is you're working on something. Yeah, you'll see it in 6 months to a year.
Yeah, got a whole bunch of stuff.
But you can check out his progress with Superman Year One on Facebook though, and keep up with it. That would be really good.
And like the page.
And like the page, yes, please.
And share.
Get those likes and shares up. That would be excellent. And here in a few minutes, please join us back where these three will listen to me talk for 10 minutes about the Holy Grail.
God help us all.
Ball, ball, ball.
Is your wife a goer, eh? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Say no more.
My wife, she sometimes goes.
I'll bet she does. I'll bet she does. I'll bet she does. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge.
I don't quite follow you.
Follow me, follow me. I like that. That's good. A nod's as good as a wink to a blind bat.
Are you trying to sell me something?
Selling, selling. Very good, very good. Oh, wicked, wicked. You're wicked, eh? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Your wife, is she a sport, eh?
She likes sports.
I'll bet she does. I'll bet she does.
Yes, she's very fond of baseball.
Who isn't, eh? Know what I mean? Likes games, likes games. Knew she would, knew she would. She's been around, eh? Been around?
Well, yes, she's traveled a bit. She is from Centerville.
Oh, say no more, say no more, say no more. Centerville, say no more, Centerville. Know what I mean, eh? Say no more. Your wife interested in photographs? Know what I mean? Photographs? He asked him knowingly.
Photography?
Yes, nudge, nudge. Snap, snap, grin, grin, wink, wink, say no more.
You mean like holiday snaps?
Could be taken on holiday, could be. Yes, swimming costumes. Candy photography. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge.
Nope, I'm sorry. We don't own a camera.
Oh, still. Why? Why?
Are you trying to insinuate something?
Oh! Yes.
Well?
Well, I mean, you're a man of the world, aren't you? I mean, you've been there. You've been around, eh?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, you've slept with a lady.
Yes.
What's it like?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.
Did you check out Randy at the bar last night?
Yeah.
That boy's packing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh, hey there.
Ooh, hey,
Mamacita.
Oh my god, are you serious right now?
Oh, I'm super serious, baby. Come here. Oh, yeah. Shake it, mama. Shake it. Oh! Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
look at that.
What's
Ooh,
up, rat
hey,
tail?
you, bring
What's
that
up?
fine ass back
I
here.
got something for you to hammer.
Ooh.
Ooh. Damn. Man. Paper bag it.
Yeah, two-bagger.
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 Over the head. I'd still do it.
Two-bagger.
Yeah.
Come back, two-bagger.
I'd two-bag it. I'd bag it, yeah.
No, two-bag.
Two bag.
2 bags.
2 bags.
3.
Maybe 3. But you know, I could get by with 2.
Oh.
I could get by you 2. I bet he knows how to really, you know. Oh.
Look at this.
Oh,
look at
hey,
this.
what's
Hey,
up?
you,
What's
come
up,
back,
dinosaur?
put your
no,
face
don't
right
please,
here.
baby.
Come
Come
on,
here.
baby,
Come
don't
on,
say
mama.
no.
Come
Oh, what?
on.
Oh, dick.
Yeah. Stuck up. I'm telling you, stuck up. Because we're construction, whatever. You know, I still pay my bills. Oh, hey there, officer. Hey there.
I
You got
wanna
your
handcuff
handcuffs,
me,
officer? Ooh. No?
No.
Oh, come on, baby. Come
Oh.
on.
Ooh, Jungle Boy. Bring it back here. Come on, let's get a little wild. Come on, I'm just 2 blocks away.
Not my type. Not my type. Not my type. Ooh.
I think he's looking for something. And I think you'll find it right
Yeah.
here. Right here. Bunch of stuck-up dickheads. Is that a tiger in your pants, or are you just happy to see us?
Really? Jeez. Well, you lost there, buddy? You don't look like you're from these parts. Why don't you get to stepping? Huh? Why don't you get to stepping? We don't need you around here. Gosh, his kind. Can you believe that?
No.
Can you believe that? Hello, Miss Daisy.
I got
Hello.
something you can try.
Oh, whoa. What, like, beauty school let out? Jeez. Ah, it's time to get back.
Bunch of pussies. Bunch of damn pussies.
Yeah.
Let's go check out Randy later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Randy.
That's still 2-bagger.
Yeah.
2-bagger. Cut.
Welcome back to FilmSpeak. We're going to be talking, actually, it's probably just going to be me talking about The Holy Grail. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've been a Monty Python dork since '82. I started watching the television show. And actually, I was watching the show for like 4 or 5 years, and I moved to Ohio. And some friends of mine, you know, were talking about Monty Python. And they're like, well, you've seen the movies. And I was just like,
no.
There's movies? Really?
Can those words be used in a sentence together?
And been hooked ever since. I've probably seen all of them over 150, 200 times, which that is exactly how pathetic I am.
That's a fan.
That is a fan. That is a fan. I'm one of those people, if I hear somebody like say a line from across the room, I'm immediately bounding over tables and chairs so I can get there. Yeah, so I can be able to deliver the next line. I'm not dead. But it's a remarkable film and comedy. I think it changed the landscape of comedy when it came out, because there really weren't a whole lot of movies like that.
What year did Holy Grail come out?
1974.
Yes, that was before my time.
Yeah,
it didn't change me until many years later.
Till I was old enough to indulge in things that we can't presently mention in the state of Ohio.
Yes.
You know, it is kind of funny, the stuff when you grow up and you find out, you know, how, you know, 74, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was watching TV and, you know, Dukes of Hazzard, you know, everyone was like, Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, we got to watch Dukes of Hazzard. And I found out I've been watching reruns, you know, for years, you know, in the early 80s there. And it's like, you know, my brother grew up with them, but, you know, it's always a rerun.
Yeah.
And I felt cheated.
I was robbed, man.
Robbed of my youth.
Monty Python, I mean, I find it interesting on many levels. One, it's British humor, which everybody I think who watches knows that Lana and I are huge fans of British humor. And she's a really huge fan of what is it? British Men. Yeah, yeah. Michael Fassbender.
Oh no.
No.
He's
Tom
snotty.
Hiddleston.
He's snotty.
Ooh, there you go.
Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he always ends up on her
Benny
Facebook
Hill.
page. Benny Hill. Margaret Thatcher. You know. What always amazed me, like Monty Python, all their films, they wrote them as sketches. They would pick a common theme, and they weren't written as
Like
from
a whole
beginning to
narrative.
end. They would write them as sketches and then take them and mix them around and stuff and fit them together the best they could.
I never knew that about that. I
And
mean, I
then-
knew it was a sketch show, but I never knew when they did the movies they did that.
They,
like
that they
that.
wrote
That's
as
cool.
Life of Brian, Meaning of Life. They were all done.
Life of Brian's
the
one of my
same way.
favorites, naturally.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry.
Well, I picked the Holy Grail just because it wasn't their first film, because their first film was actually, and now for something completely different, which was a rehash of bits of the TV show.
Yeah, yeah.
Came to America and failed.
I saw a lot of the Flying Circus when I was little, like when I was younger. Just remember seeing repeats of them, but the movies stick out a little bit more for me.
It warped my fragile developing mind, for sure.
I've
No, it
seen the
didn't.
effects.
He was already
I
ruined.
was already.
Well, that
I was.
explains.
I was ruined. I was ruined a long time before that.
The lingering effects are still lasting.
I mean, but it was just a marvelous movie, and it wrought with a lot of problems. They ran out of money halfway through, and actually, Holy Grail got finished because members of the Who and Led Zeppelin were fans of Monty Python.
That's cool.
So
I didn't know that.
it
Little
was.
lead wallet Jimmy Page, give a couple bucks there.
Well, it was.
Old Pete
it was.
Townsend wanted to see a flesh wound.
Entwistle and Moon and the Who
Okay.
gave up money, and
God
Bonham.
rest their souls.
and
John Bonham,
Yeah.
greatest drummer to ever live.
Yeah.
Why are all the people that funded
And,
this
uh,
movie dead?
And well, Robert Plant, he's still alive, but they were all big
Hopefully.
Python fans, and they took out of their own pocket, came up with $250,000 for them to finish the movie.
Nice.
So Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, we're trying to make a movie soon.
Since you guys are still alive, it's just like Python. Trust us.
I've never heard
It'd be
of
like
him
Monty
on
Python,
radio.
except
Superman.
nothing like
With
it.
Superman, it's Python with
With
Superman.
Oh Lord, I
But-
can only imagine.
Well, another thing that
Now you have to be British.
if you go through and watch the Holy Grail again, something to keep in mind, Graham Chapman, this was when he was in the deep throes of alcoholism. And they would be filming, and you would film as much as you can before noon, because when you took a lunch break, he would polish off a bottle of gin, supposedly. And so after lunch, he was completely intoxicated. And you would see that with, like when you watch the Black Knight fight, you know, the whole, it's just a scratch. You know, it's only a flesh wound. Come back, I'll bite your knees off. When you watch that, he is trashed. And
That's funny.
I had read that he was beating the crap out of the stuntman. You know, because he's drunk and he's got a sword. He's, bam!
You know what's funny is that I can't watch the movie Kill Bill without thinking about the night scene. Just every time he gets a limb, like every time she cuts somebody's limb off in that movie, it's just like they're bouncing around and stuff, and I always think of that scene.
It's
The
just a
blood
scratch.
spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
No, that's a wonderful scene. When you see him, I guess they were afraid he was going to kill himself because towards the end, when he's going along the cliffs, right before they reach the wizard Tim, he is completely intoxicated on a cliff, weaving back and forth. And I mean, it's just incredible that they lived through making this movie, you know, let alone to get it to product.
I wonder if they had insurance on that movie.
Well, they were English. I don't think they did.
Were they bonded?
They only used one castle, too. Well, two castles, but almost every castle you see is one castle.
Just a different side of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they
Oh,
did.
like
Was
different
yeah.
locations in it, yeah.
Yeah, they would go film on this side, and that's one scene. Then, okay, it's a different castle
you
if we
know
go
what?
over here.
They had a castle.
They did have a castle.
That's cool.
I would like to have a castle.
I would like to have a castle.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Can we get a castle?
We can
We
have a
have a
castle
lo-
right
we
now.
have the
Can
lovely-
we get a
We
castle,
can put it
please?
behind
We have the
us.
Loveland Castle, but they won't let us film there.
They won't let us film
Because
there.
They let
they're
me film
snooty
there.
people.
We have to break
Really?
in. We have to
Yeah.
break in there.
I know those guys.
Nice.
If you
Wow.
ever want to,
Nice to
we'll
know
talk
people.
about that
Yeah.
another time.
We'll be talking about that after we wrap up this segment here in 5 minutes.
So the Holy Grail.
So the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a beautiful movie with, and plus it also marks because one of my favorite directors is Terry Gilliam.
Mine too, actually.
Yeah.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Oh,
One
yes.
of my favorite movies.
Fisher King for me.
Yes.
Well, and the whole Imagination trilogy with Time Bandits, Brazil, and the Adventures of
and let's not
Munchausen.
leave out
You've
Fear
seen
and Loathing.
Time Bandits in Brazil. I'm impressed. Being there. That's another one that no one has.
Being there, I actually have that recorded on my DVR because it's one of my favorite Peter Sellers performances.
Yes.
Just beautiful. Well, while you're in that realm, my favorite year, Peter O'Toole from
Nice.
1981. That is a super favorite movie.
So any of those movies would have been awesome to talk about, considering I've
'Cause
seen
I'm the
them
only- I'm the only
in
one who
less
knows.
than 15
Yeah.
years ago. But,
I'm the only one who knows the Holy Grail, and I'm okay with that.
we just haven't seen it. How many times have you seen it?
What, Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Probably a little over 200.
He
Now,
could
see, Rocky
recite.
Horror
He could
Picture
start
Show I can do.
reciting the whole film
Yeah,
right
I've
now.
never seen Rocky that much,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I can start acting out individual skits from it.
What's
It's
the
pretty
first line of
pathetic.
dialogue in the film?
It counts.
And there it is.
You
I
get
need
an
this.
A.
Help me.
Help me. Somebody please kill me now.
Can you call my agent?
I can't stand Monty Python, even the funny stuff. And that's only 5%.
No, like I told you earlier, the only reason I couldn't get into Monty Python so much as I should, not discrediting them, but there was a guy on my school bus when I would go to school, and he would always do quotes in the voices and just annoyed you, and I just couldn't do it no more.
Were they good voices?
No,
They were
no. If they
bad.
would, it might have sold me on it. You know, but like I was telling Bill earlier, the same guy that annoyed me had a comic book that I bought on the bus for $0.25, which was a Journey into Mystery number 83, which is the first introduction of Thor.
Yeah.
And I got it for $0.25.
Yeah, it's worth some bucks.
So the guy drove me nuts.
Suck it, buddy.
Alrighty then.
Can't say that on TV. What he said.
Oh, I'm the editor. We can pretty much
There's
say
a bleep or
anything.
something coming.
I will just take it out.
Will you bleep me out?
Possibly.
Can you just green
Like right
screen me
now?
out?
Right now.
Right here. I just want to get bleeped. It's never happened to me before. Just right here.
Just
Yeah?
bleep
Yeah.
me.
You're going to have to say it.
Yeah,
There you go.
we will bleep that.
Finally.
You gotta take your little moments while you can.
Yeah, well, see, what you got to do now, since you're going to edit it, is you throw that in somewhere else. So, like, you'll be talking about something, you just say, holy! Completely random, too.
I will have to pick out a, because what I do I don't like necessarily use bleeps. I give everybody their own individual sound. So
Like
I will have to, yeah, exactly. I'll have to pick out something very Superman-like.
Do you
Well,
want
here-
you going, whoa?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Bill's bleeping sound clip. Take one.
I'll take the voice of Gilbert Godfrey.
Of Gilbert Godfrey.
You just do a, whoops, I said it! And that would be great. Or go, okay! That'd be good too.
Yeah.
See, that's who they should have had in the Holy Grail.
It's Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey, and just a bunch of people that drive
I
you
know.
nuts.
Andrew Dice Clay had him. So, you know, why
Hey,
couldn't
it's
they
just
get
a
him?
flesh wound.
Is your name Neil and Bob, or is that just what you do?
I'm gonna say it
Oh!
again. Someone please help me.
Or Jim Matowski from Taxi
Rescue
there.
me from
That'd
this
be good.
film speak. Don't worry, we only have
Is it almost over?
we only have 2 minutes left. It's the
And now for something
final
completely different.
countdown. Well, yeah, I
That's
guess
next week's segment.
Yes,
Next
sorry, I forgot.
to bring it to a close. I guess Monty Python. You need a particular sense of humor, I guess, to get it. Because when I was a kid in high school, I used to judge people because that's what you do when you're in high school.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
You don't
as,
like this?
Okay, if you didn't like The Cure, you weren't deep, and if you didn't like Monty Python, you weren't smart. And that was pretty much the measuring stick I used for everybody. Oh, you don't like Monty Python? You're an idiot. Oh, you don't like The Cure? You have no soul. But you know that's how you measure
Well, I mean,
things up
that's
when you're
pretty
16.
True. I mean, I guess right there when you look at it. It's,
But you know, Monty Python, when it came out, I think it influenced all sketch comedy in America. You know, would have Saturday Night Live came out in '75 and been the way that it was if Monty Python, the show, hadn't been out in the '60s and the movies in the early '70s?
The kids in the hall are definitely influenced by them
Kids in
big
the Hall.
time.
Big time. Yeah, just about any time you see a man in a dress doing comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know, Milton
Oh my
Berle.
God, they must love it downtown Cincinnati. You can walk down there and just.
Well, I hope that you take from this to at least go see the Holy Grail. And if not, I at least hope we entertain you.
We haven't seen it in a long time, but we do recommend it.
We do recommend, yeah. We do.
It is a recommended movie.
It is a recommended movie. They just
I
didn't get a
recommend I
chance
go
to
watch it
it
again.
before coming on. Yeah, we're all going to go home, get in the right mindset, and go back to my house and watch it right now. Bye.
See ya.
Go. Don't forget your mics.
What a show. But I don't think I ever want to do a Monty Python episode with you again.
Come back and we shall taunt you a second time.
See what I have to deal with? Thank you, Mark and Brian, for being on today and putting up with Bill.
It's just a flesh wound. Come back and I will cut your legs off.
Is it over?
Almost. Please check us out on Facebook.
This is facebook.com/talkfilmstome.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time. There we go.
Yeah. I'll dance badly if you want bad dancing. I'll do it.
You just come out
Dance, monkey, dance.
do the
No,
thriller dance or something.
Nah, I'll do the midget dance from Twin Peaks.
Are you ready?
Of course. Did you see me dancing?
Stop doing it.